As an apprentice or as somebody who's wanting to become an apprentice, seeking out a shop that caters to the type of work that you think you want to do is probably the first thing you need to do.
I picked this shop because, I mean, Teresa's amazing, obviously, everybody here is really good, but it's not just a place I wanted to learn to tattoo, but also kind of be challenged in my style. Like, there's all the artists here are so good, and I thought they would help me like develop my voice, not just teach me to tattoo. They're really passionate about artwork here as well as tattooing.
Tattooing can fall into two categories. I think it can just be a trade where you learn how to do a solid tattoo that's going to be on somebody forever. Maybe doesn't necessarily require you to be an artist to do it. You can also be an artist who learns the trade of tattooing and then tries to see how far you can take it artistically with your own style. Tattooing is unique in that way because it's not just a trade and it's not just artistic, it's both. It's important for a lot of apprentices to, if you're looking to become an apprentice or you are an apprentice, to be in a space that is going to bring you up for the type of tattooing that you want to do. If you are an artistic person and you love to do art and you find yourself in a shop that only pushes work and trade skills, you're not going to have fun there. And vice versa, if you just want to show up and do a 9 to 5 and learn the trade of tattooing and then go home at night and not think about art, don't come work at Unkindness.
Don't rush. Mine took me a year. I mean, I was working full time at the same time. You know, it's all a process, and like they're not gonna look through it probably super in depth, so you want it to stand out. Have the stuff that you like to do. Give them an idea of like what they would expect if they brought you on, you know, like would it be just a bunch of like classic flash, or do you have like a more of a style that you're into or want to explore?
When Matt showed up, it's this fully rendered, completely finished, like portfolio book printed and handed it to the shop, and then kept coming back and kept emailing and being like, have you looked at it? What do you think? Can somebody critique it? Can you tell me what to do with it? Even at the beginning I was like, I don't know if I can do this. There's so much stuff going on right now, like I just don't know, but I'll give you homework and we'll see where this goes. He just kept coming back and bringing it back, doing the assignments, having finished drawings, ready for the next challenge, dealing with all of my chaos and like doing it really well. And I was like, all right, when it came time to like make that decision, it's a no-brainer, you know? Of course I'm gonna take them on.
I wanted to do kind of like a cyberpunk magazine kind of thing, so that's what I came up with. It's basically just all of my artwork in sheets, and yeah, I kind of wanted to go for like a magazine vibe. I thought it was kind of unique, something that would kind of stand out. I emailed it to them, and I guess they liked it enough to have me come talk to them, you know.
My job as a mentor is to basically be like, these are the things you need to do, and then you as the apprentice have to find the motivation to do those things. I'll go through that stuff with them and go over that stuff and make sure that they understand why they're doing it, how often it needs to happen, and we just like check in, and I'm there as much as I can be. Here at the shop, I definitely like require them to come in on the days that I'm here so they can either watch me work or work on their own stuff and I can check it and we can talk about it, critique it, assign new assignments, things like that. Like the assignments don't stop once you get the apprenticeship, it continues.
I started off, like I said, with doing homework, which is just draw 3 sheets of American traditional flash or Japanese traditional or whatever. And we went over that, went back and forth, and eventually when I actually came into the shop and started, I was doing mostly front-end stuff, scheduling, checking people in for appointments, that kind of thing, which is great. I think that people should definitely learn that, you know, learn how to clean the shop and set up and break down stations. I still set up Teresa's station a lot.
Another big aspect to being a mentor, I think, is making sure that your apprentices understand like how a shop operates. The first thing we always start off with is giving them like a job as like shop assistant, where it's like you need to come in, you need to sweep, you need to mop, you need to learn how to do inventory, learn how to check people in, learn how to answer the phones, learn how to talk to the customers, because like this is a customer service business, so you have to be able to start at the bottom and work your way up.
Patience is key. It's all valuable. I don't think that they're making me do that stuff to punish me. I think it's the more repetitions you get, the more it becomes like second nature to do stuff like that. Ultimately, it's to provide a client with like a safe environment that they can get really cool artwork in. It's all important. Just reminding yourself that even if you're not tattooing somebody today, you will be eventually, and you'll be doing it for a lot of years. So there's plenty of time for that. There's no rush.
The biggest thing, obviously, is draw. Don't stop drawing. Every day you should be drawing. You should have a new sketch in your sketchbook every day. You should be posting something every day on Instagram. Utilizing social media to your best benefit, like whatever way you can, whatever way you're the most comfortable with. You have to figure whatever that is out for yourself.
I looked around at shops for a while and thought that this one had the best artists around, and I guess from there it was just work on a portfolio, and once it was done, send it here.
Did you send it anywhere else or just here?
No, just here. Yeah.
So like one and done.
Super lucky, yeah. First choice.
Awesome.
It was great. I've seen a lot of like people's experiences online, finding apprenticeships, or just like people talking about how bad it is. I'm like, mine's been great. Honestly, it's been so great. I know I'm super lucky. I don't know, I guess sometimes you get a break.
As far as the mentorship goes, tattoo artists who take on 5 apprentices just to like charge them money, like it's just morally wrong. Unfortunately, like a lot of really, really great artists don't think they're great artists and they have a lot of imposter syndrome, and so they don't feel like they could ever teach somebody how to tattoo. And it sucks because there are so many amazing artists out there that would be great at it. But teaching and tattooing are 2 very different things, and not everybody can switch gears from being a tattoo artist to being a teacher. If you're gonna start teaching somebody how to tattoo, I would hope that you think about that side of it before you agree to do something like that, or before you even consider taking on an apprentice, because there's a fair amount of time that goes into that. Not only that, to set them up for success, you know, to have a system in your studio that's going to bring them up and get them appointments and keep them working towards the goal of becoming a tattoo artist. Not every shop even has enough walk-ins to go around. You're really gonna bring an apprentice into that? If you're doing it just to make extra money, like, fuck you. That's all I have to say. Like, I don't think that it should be something that you do to profit.